Hi, I figured I would just do a live because I have a lot of like updates and things going on, and I can't just post them all at the same time. So I figured I would just sit here and talk to you guys. See if anyone has like questions about anything that's going on. But for now, I'll just kind of like tell you what I have going on. The first thing is just now I created like a volunteer form. It's a simple like Google form, basically just so that you guys who are interested in volunteering like now or ever, or even have already, just to give me some information so I can streamline everything based on, age, interests, who you are, where you're going, where you're coming from, and see what kind of like people are out there and what kind of availability people have, what are their interests. It's going to be a really, really, really busy year. So I don't know, I figured, get people telling me what they want to do and when. We have a bunch of new artists. We're on with Humphreys and Twiddle and a bunch of other ones, Goose, and obviously we have the Fish partnership. We were just at the Disco Biscuits last night in Worcester, so we have a lot of tabling opportunities, and my goal is to have some sort of volunteer training too, so we can have table leads like Head Count and Water Will Do, where I can send people, clone myself and send them out. But right now we are finalizing our availability and booking for the summer. Obviously we're going to do some fish tour. I don't know exactly which or how many, or what the needs are there, but we also have festivals. A few different ones, can't really say now. But some of the commitments are just one night, or just, doors to lights, or some of them are long weekends or festivals or whatever else. So that, long story short, is please fill out the new volunteer form. It's on GrooveSafe.org. And, there's like a link there, and just fill out some stuff. Everything that you say or submit is just really for me and the internal team, just to organize some stuff. Obviously not going to share your information without your permission. Trying to think what else I need. We have Fish in April, the Madison Square Garden New Year rerun. Hold on a second here. Great. It wouldn't be me if I didn't drop something. Let's see. So we have the Fish run, and I think I'm covered for volunteers. I forget. It depends on who's gonna actually still be available. And then we're gonna head down to Sweetwater, the 420 festival. Humphreys, Goose, Neighbor, obviously other bands, Snoop Dogg, but we have some artist ambassadors that are performing. So that is gonna be cool. Last time we were there was cold, so I'm hoping that Atlanta in the last weekend of April will be better. And let's see. Like I said before, summer is sort of up in the air just because we are doing our booking. Scheduling is hard, but we also have a really cool venue partnership that we are finalizing. So that's going to take a lot of our time in a good way. Let's see. I just don't know what else to tell you. We have new beanies. Highly recommend. Our friends at Non-Dualistic Designs did that for us. I don't know if you guys have any other questions. I need emails. I need you to fill out the volunteer form, like now. If you've ever wanted to help, or you have helped before, just fill out the thing, please. It's on GrooveSafe.org, if I didn't say that. I bit my lip. That was really fun. I can't tell if there's anything else I need to tell you guys. Oh, we have new stickers, but you're the only ones that know it. Hetty Steely, GrooveSafe, $5. Email me, info@groovesafe.org. I'm going crazy. I have so much work to do. You have no idea. So I'm working on the core team meeting. If you're involved in that, you know who you are. But again, we need help. We need a lot of people that just are ready to rock and roll with this. We're growing. And there's just a lot of stuff happening. Let's see. I think I'm done. But again, I just wanted to tell you guys, any people that have offered before, just fill out the form. I need to remember. Can't keep track of everything, so this is one way I can. Let me know if there's anything else I can think of, that you can think of, that I can help you with. Oh, I know what else I was going to tell you. There's been some junk, garbage, really bad, disgusting stuff going on still. Everywhere there's gatherings, as we know, there's like really bad behavior, but there's some stories from Mexico for fish that was really disturbing, as every story always is. I mean, obviously I don't tell people's stories, but I can tell you that it's really still really sad. This problem is so far from being conquered, but that's why we have to do this. It's scary, it's hard, it's really awkward, it's really heavy. But you know, I got this. I just have to think of solutions. We got to get everybody involved. We have to tell our friends how they can help, hold people accountable, have the conversation. I mean, people that have never heard of the unwanted touching being an issue, as soon as you tell them, it's confusing if like they can help or how they can get involved. And it's really just having a conversation or looking out and like scanning your horizon during a show. If someone looks uncomfortable, they probably are. So that's when you can learn some bystander skills. I always say that distract is the easiest one. Ask someone the name of the song, or they have any gum, or they know where the bathroom is. I mean, in your life, have you ever questioned anybody asking you the time? No? 4:30. Awesome. Cool. Can't be wrong. So that's one thing. So, I mean, I just, like I said, tell someone, talk about it. I'm just remembering the details from the Mexico story. It's like really gross. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything. Oh, I got you. Volunteering. We can do that. Hi, Lori. Thank you. So volunteering, it varies. It depends on what the event is or what kind of tabling is going on there. So typically, let's take a fish show, for example. It depends if you're a fish fan or if you're not. If you're there just to volunteer with a nonprofit, you're welcome to stay with me from walk-in till the encore. But I mean, if you're a fish fan and you're helping me at a fish show, you probably want to see the music. So in those cases, it's just a walk-in early, usually 90 minutes before doors, and we get set up, activate the table, kind of get oriented or whatever. And if you're new, I would kind of go over what we talk about, what we don't talk about, well, you know, what our safe practices are. And then the fans come in at doors. That means when the ticket time, when, you know, the gates open. And we have a lot of conversations from that public entry until lights, which is when the music starts. And then for you guys that would want to go to watch the show, I'd basically just like send you on your way. And at that point, you could just enjoy the show as a fan would. There are other times and other shows where maybe it's not your favorite music. Maybe you just want to hang. But I stay activated at the table for the whole show from when I get there until like right at encore break is when I pack up quickly because I like to get out before the Wook flood because it's hard to roll a suitcase through the pavilion. But it's really pretty basic. Obviously, sobriety is required for any volunteering, like while you're during your shift. just show up sober and remain sober. But then again, if you're getting released into the wild, like then you do you. But then let's see. I mean, if it's COVID-y, we're wearing masks. It's a requirement. But basically, if you are interested and you sign up for something, I give you kind of like a requirements. Not legal document, just like some paperwork that says, or, you know, just a document that says like, here's what's expected of you. And it's pretty basic. Again, obviously the subject matter is really hard. So you have to be ready to know that it's a heavy topic. But again, it's your safety as a volunteer on my team is the most important to me. So it's very, very, I let you know immediately that if you're uncomfortable, you're scared, or you're triggered, or you need space, or you need a break, take it. No questions asked, no judgment, because I know that it's like, it's very, very hard stuff. It brings up a lot of stuff that you wouldn't expect. You think, I'm good, I got this. And then all of a sudden, something is uncomfortable or reminds you of something, or you're just like, oh my God, the pain and the thought of abuse and people getting hurt. It's really awful. I mean, I'll burst into tears, and it can be hard. Either way, so that's one of the main things is our safety matters. We never take on anything that we aren't qualified for. We're not counselors, we're not cops, we're not. We're supporters, we're peers, we're friends, but that's when I know how to delegate if something really is going on and how to handle it. But you're not required to have any sort of degree or knowledge. That's where part of the conversation I have with you is how to know when where your boundary is after the kind of basic things. And not a lot of crisis actually happen, but if there were to be one, we'd want to know how to handle it. If you guys are like, if someone wants to tour with me, like do a whole run, or, my friend Emily, she did like, I think two full weeks with me. So that is another option, but it is obviously a lot more commitment. It's a lot harder. It's hot, it's summer, and talking about abuse and sexual assault night after night can be really pretty hard, but, I don't know, I guess. So that's the basics on the volunteers. Hi, James. Thank you. I think that's like the kind of, I don't know, that's the volunteer stuff. And again, like I said, that would be like a fish show. But last night I rolled into Worcester, the Palladium, for the Disco Biscuits. And, we got activated pretty quickly and we interacted with some fans. But we're in the music hall that night. So we're just there and available for conversations. But there are nights that I'm in a place that I can see the whole show and boogie, and I don't know. It's other than the subject matter, it's pretty cool. You gotta be ready for anything. Every conversation is different. Some people don't know it's happening at all, and they have questions, or they have like kind of rooted like misconceptions or things that they think they know, and a lot of people try to tell me what they know and tell me what I should know. There's some people challenge me, but some people just don't, and some people are really, really just they're just floored to think that stuff's happening. And other people have experienced it, so they talk about how bad it is and how hard it can be, how grimy it is in there. People tell me I'm wrong. People tell me I go to fish for free. Like, yeah, I love talking about abuse. It's super fun. But anyway, so that's another thing you have to sort of be ready for. But sorry, I'm thirsty. I don't know. Anyone have anything else to say? I don't know. The whole point of this live was to let you guys know I have that volunteer form. No commitment. Just like some info. So if I have something, like, I'm local, Massachusetts, but, if I needed help at the Biscuits last night and I had a list of people in Metro Boston or you know, even in Western Mass that wanted to try to do some shows, then I would have a nice little database to choose, like to like go into and reach out to people. The volunteer sign up is on the website groovesafe.org now. I just finished it this afternoon, updated version. It's just like a bit.ly link that goes over to a Google form. Basic questions. I mean, anything you'd want to know that I would want to know: your name, where you're from, your pronouns, and you know, if you're comfortable with the subject matter, what kind of bands you like, what you're interested in. It's all right there. It's pretty easy. Trying to think what else we can do. There's so many things to talk about. I've been rambling a little while now, so I'm just sort of seeing if anybody pops in and has questions. I said before, we have new merch, the beanies. 32 shipped. And exclusive reveal that we have, GrooveSafe Steelies. Those are by direct message. I guess you could do info@groovesafe.org and let me know you want stickers. Haven't really posted that one yet, but you guys will find out about it. If there's anybody else that's ever had thoughts or questions, like just send them my way. It's Friday afternoon. I don't hold normal work hours. I'm pretty much at the desk all the time if I'm not sleeping. There's just so much to do. Trying to think what else is going on. There's nothing really going on. You got it. I mean, this is just me. This is me chilling. My Nauset surf hoodie and dead hat. Just trying to hide. Yeah, I guess the most important thing is I just need help. I need volunteers. If there's anything that you guys think I should do or go to as far as tables or festivals or shows or anything like that, you know, we have some openings, but we don't have like, there's only one me. So I really want to put together like a volunteer training, I guess, for like table leads. I said before that like Water Wheel and Headcount and other nonprofits that run tables at lots of events, they have what they call as table leads, which is somebody, it's kind of like a supervisor or manager that kind of gets set up and handles the volunteers. And those people with this subject matter have to be trained and prepared for crisis response, or, you know where to draw the line for safety in case that something does happen. Or, you know, there's a volunteer that's handling a situation that aren't qualified for. It's really important for that table lead to know how to take over, or, you know, like if someone's bothering someone, how to like safely kind of move them along, or, you know, send them to the appropriate parties. I'm just saying that there's some harassment that happens at the table. And it takes practice, like I said before, too, is there's all kinds of conversations and all kinds of comments and all different levels of knowledge. I bit my lip, it really hurts. I'm moving too fast. I'm trying to think. I'm always trying to think. There's just so much stuff. Like, my brain moves a million miles an hour. I mean, that's it, guys, really. It takes all of us to get this stuff going. I mean, that's it. My record stopped, so probably time to take a break. But email me, info@groovesafe.org. Go on groovesafe.org and see the updates that I've made. Yeah, I mean, I hope that you guys didn't have too much of a, you know, ulcer breakdown on the fish on sales today. I heard a lot of people having a really hard time. But guess what? If you volunteer, you can walk in with me and do the good deed and make a difference, be part of the solution, and help me. And you can still be at the fish show. Depending on what I'm doing and which ones we can go to, there's opportunities. If you're hanging out here still and you have a question, let me know. There's a hair in my hat. It's making me confused. I try to do lives, but I mean, if you know me, I'm ADD, and I have nothing to say. I'm just staring off into, 4 people that are watching me talk about nothing. Training. Well, it's me and me and me. I've learned from experts who have been doing this kind of work for a while. Books and lectures, and so there are some trainings out there. We're trying to bring them all to one place for GrooveSafe so that I can streamline it and have some sort of predictability, or I don't know the word when everything's the same, but we want to make sure that everyone gets the right information, because a lot of times people just want me to give them a rundown, and the problem with that is that there's a lot of misinterpretation. So if I say something one way, people can paraphrase it, and then the message is wrong or incorrect or unsafe or whatever, because because of the subject matter, there's specific ways that you should say and certain ways that you shouldn't. You get uncomfortable sometimes, and there's just things that you have to be careful about. So the short answer is everything is done through GrooveSafe. And we're developing programs for fans, but also for bands and venues too. So that if you work with us, you can have us at a show doing a table, spreading awareness. But long-term stuff will really make a difference by getting trained on the crews and stuff like that. There is a training right now that's posted on groovesafe.org under the training tab. It's a bystander intervention, bystander 101 training, which goes through my quick story and why I'm doing this, and then skills for fans at shows when they see something. People say, see something, say something, but I never knew what that meant. What do you do or say? So the bystander skills are ways that you can actually get those answers if you see something going on, the best way to safely interact. I mean, you don't just go punch somebody, you have to do things safely, otherwise you're kind of continuing the cycle of violence. So we want people to know how to de-escalate stuff and, spread the message, but it all happens with conversations with your friends. On the low level part of the violence pyramid is just that kind of existing toxic culture. So you see your friend doing something weird, tell them that it's weird. If they make a comment about someone's body, tell them not cool, man. Being cool is different now. It's standing up for people and respecting people in marginalized communities or in the general communities. There's just a lot going on out there, so we want to be really careful. If anybody ever wants to call me James, seriously, I can have a more directed conversation with you about more specific topics and questions. I can answer them live on a phone call. I'm really open. This is always just building every day. It's something new, and it's something that I learn, that I try to put out there. I don't know. It's happy hour, I guess. But honestly, I'm always just working because someone's got to do it, Something kind of cool is that we're going to be kind of breaking into the jamgrass scene. My whole experience has always been regular jam bands, but the bluegrass scene, well, every scene needs help. Every scene needs me, not me, but consent, culture awareness. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different with new onboarding of bands that you might not expect. I mean, seriously, I was just thinking, like, one of the main things I've learned in the past year is that there's harassment in every single place that people gather, no matter what. There's the more people there are, the more, obviously, might not be obvious to you, but more statistically, the more incidents there could be. I mean, and the thing is people don't always realize that I'm not just talking about, you know, completed sexual assault. Like, it's groping, it's grinding, but it's also comments. Like, there's a lot of nasty stuff that people say. It can ruin your night. Because instead of enjoying your show, like, someone makes a comment and then you're worried about that comment, or, you know, you're doubting yourself or thinking about, you know, what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just those people need to be corrected or realize why it's a problem. It's not funny, you know? You're welcome. You'll get to know that I just go. Just talking. Because honestly, like, I have a small team. I have awesome helpers, you know, and support system that's like my friends and my family and people who care a lot. But it ends up just being me doing a lot of the things. And I just don't want to be... I'm lucky that I have... I don't know, people with more of an influence, kind of like, you know, bigger bands, bigger venues, people who have more influence, that their voice makes a difference. Because I was getting to a point that I couldn't yell any louder. You know, I can only reach my followers. I need people to open those doors and reach out to me with ideas and knowledge and expertise and time. And I mean, I like even being corrected, because I mean, everything I do is something that I figured out or was told to me directly. There may or may not be wine in that tumbler. It's fine. Everything's fine. You should drink more water. Oh, update. GrooveSafe Steelies. You must have. I have a fish one too. I should probably go get it for you. Maybe tomorrow. Hi, Allison. Oh, yeah, thanks, Kathleen. Thank you. Thank you for even being here and listening to me ramble. My idea was just to talk and, like, post it, and then maybe maybe we would have some, you know, people listening or whatever. It's just so hard to me to keep sharing and retweeting and, like, posting my own face everywhere and, you know, not getting engagement. Like, I know everybody really, really cares, but it's hard to take action. It's hard to, like, do something. You may not even know what to do. That's another thing. Like, every share, every post, every conversation. I mean, every time you say anything to anybody, it's one more step towards, I mean, not necessarily the solution, but I guess, like, you can't know what you don't know. And once you know about it, you tell one person, that person tells more people, and then now our, you know, the initiative is in more ears and in more mouths, and we're dealing with, like, people that had no idea. I mean, if you're a good person, you probably have no idea that people are getting hurt, and they are, and it's really awful. So, I don't know. Like I said, like 20 minutes ago, my record stopped, so I should probably go put some more tunes on. Thanks for watching. I'm so weird. I'm so weird. I'm just about to be done here. Please call me, email me, do the volunteer form. GrooveSafe.org. Fill it out. Even if you're never going to come, even if you're never going to show up, even if you're never going to accept any, like, volunteer opportunity, just sign up. Because there might be something someday that's really awesome that was made for you. And then I'll be able to call you. And you'll be psyched. I mean, I don't think I'm having dinner with Trey anytime soon, but sometimes I need a plus one. Fill out the volunteer form. Seriously, I'm just going to play some music. But anyone on here that's left that wants to talk to me about anything? don't feel like any obligation. I'm just sort of hanging out. This was Stash ADD, the best you've ever seen it. I'm just tired, man. Was out at the Disco Biscuits running a table. And then I've been here on quarantine or whatever, isolation all day, sitting at the table. I did a cool thing. I put a pretty sweet monitor. I can't keep everything all straight all the time. It's also cold here. Oh yeah, cold here. That means you should get a beanie. It's literally like 17 degrees outside. I think it might be 50 in my basement. Yeah, I don't know. I just say a lot, trying to figure out what I need. Thanks. GrooveSafe.org. It's actually awesome. So we should look at it. Who else is there? Who else wants to talk to me? I know there's not really anybody on here, but I'd like to listen to some music. My record stopped. I can do this later. I feel like I should. Facebook's so like sketchy and old school. I have a TikTok account. Should I just do that? There's so much shit happening around us. So I wish I could fix it. I'm already working on fixing something else. Hi, Paul. How are you? It's just me. Anyone new on here? I have a volunteer form now, or an updated one, 2022. GrooveSafe.org. Click on the banner. Add your information in case some cool opportunities come up and it fits your interests. Hi! Of course. No, seriously, I'm just talking. Alec, honestly. It was supposed to be just a quick video. I hit live, and now I'm like, okay, I'm involved. All right, I think I'm done. I'll talk to you guys later.